What is the most impressive way to say I like doing absolutely nothing during my free time? Because I hate when people ask me what my hobbies are. Apparently, I spend 3 hours on my phone doing absolutely nothing. It's not a socially acceptable answer. So instead, I feel like I should tell you that I play competitive tennis, learn Mandarin for fun, read Russian literature, and spend my weekends perfecting the art of sourdough bread. But if it's my free time, why do I feel like I have to be productive with it? Or I'll be criticized. I assume this feeling is universal to many of us. It is that we no longer feel free enough to be honest about it. And that's a symptom of a much larger problem. Many of us no longer experience genuinely free time. Let's define what free time even means. First, there's a clear negative definition: time that is free from obligations or work. Aisoahola, an anthropological scholar, suggests this in his recent study. Second, there's a positive definition: time free for activities that you enjoy. Psychologists recently published that leisurely activities that one does not enjoy, such as basketball for someone who's terrible at it, were rated as poor use of time. Just these two simple definitions of what makes good free time suggest that most of us do not have free time. We feel a duty in our free time. We do not enjoy our free time. Why? The two major obstacles are productivity and performativity. First, our focus on productivity. The reason I hesitate when someone asks me what I do in my free time is that I just feel that my hobbies are not cool. I mean that my hobby is not productive, unlike academic pursuits or competitive sports. But when I obsess over productivity, my hobbies become an obligation to myself. Free time is now work time. Work to find a productive hobby. Paradoxically, this obsession over productivity is the exact reason why we're unable to have these productive hobbies. Doom scrolling comes as the result of the optimization trap, which is when the obsession with trying to find the most perfect or efficient method of completing a task actually prevents you from completing the task, which is simply resting in this case. You tell yourself you'll start reading once you find the right book, learn guitar once you find the best tutorial, or go for a walk once you have enough time until hours disappear and you have to do something during your break. So you end up scrolling instead. Second is performativity. The advent of social media and generations growing up with it has made it so that all activities we do are for an invisible audience. People abandon hobbies if they don't look visually aesthetic, messy, uncool, or give no evidence to capture. This is otherwise known as the commodification of hobbies, the process of repackaging personal identities, everyday lifestyles, and subcultures into highly visual, trend-based aesthetics. Cottagecore, gorpcore, hobby maxing, gym maxing designs activities to be consumed, marketed, and monetized. Thus, the use of our free time is no longer intrinsically motivated, but extrinsically motivated. What these two obstacles share in common is that they each remove the aspect of free from free time. They are not free from work and not free for you. But why is this dilution of free time so critical? For one, people are literally spending less time at work. In Iceland, 86% of workers are expected to adopt a 4-day work week. The US Congress has introduced to reduce all standard work weeks to 32 hours. AI will literally take 85 to 92 million jobs away from our economy by the year 2050. We will, at the very least, have less work to do. Moreover, work is becoming increasingly meaningless. According to anthropologist David Graeber in his recent book, increasingly large categories of people believe that society would be perfectly well off without the existence of their work. According to a 2021 survey by YouGov, 1 in 5 working Americans feels that their job is not making a meaningful contribution to the world. So we have more time and we have less meaning. We need to use this extra time truly freely, and we aren't able to do so. Therefore, we need to feel this meaning by doing something with our lives. And here is where I suggest my solution to reclaiming our genuine free time. It is no more complicated than reminding ourselves of 3 truths. First, recognize that obsession over productivity will not be more rewarding. When productivity doesn't become something that you achieve naturally, but rather obsess over, it leads to more dissatisfaction with life. Therefore, the solution is simple. Do nothing. Specifically, do activities that do not produce anything during your free time, like talking with your friends, taking a walk without tracking your steps, or simply sitting in silence. You stop being so stressed about having to do something and enjoy the art of doing nothing. Second, recognize that your life exists not in relation to others, but just yourself. Hobbies were never meant to be shared or evaluated, and in a world with social media trying to share every aspect of our lives, we must secretly do our hobbies. Do them where people can't see you or judge you, and don't tell anyone about it. Keep it to yourself, and you'll keep your freedom. Third, recognize that we are not running out of time. Almost half of modern adults believe that they have no time and are afraid to start a personal commitment or a hobby. Ironically, we have never experienced a reduction in time, but rather an increase. Jonathan Gershny, after a meta-analysis of time use in 15 countries, reminds us that there is no evidence, theoretical or empirical, that we are running out of time. So remind yourself of this fact and do not chastise yourself for being lazy, but embrace the inherent freedom you have to make anything happen. Now, after realizing these 3 truths, I can finally lie on my bed and do nothing when I have free time. Is it productive? No. Is it insightful? I wouldn't say so. Does it make me free? Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, that confident yes is what I need all of you to have within your lives. Without critically thinking about the value of free time itself, we will never truly be free and will be devoid of what makes us human. Be useless. Be ignored. Be flawed. Thank you.